Hey, Christ community, I hope you're doing well. As I mentioned on Tuesday, we have a big announcement for you. But before we get to that, I just want to say it's hard to believe, but in the last 2 months, Jake, the intern, has done it all. He has completed his internship as of Wednesday, yesterday. So it's just been a blast to have Jake the intern around this summer. Have you enjoyed your time at Christ Community?
I've thoroughly enjoyed my time at Christ Community.
Loved his time at Christ Community. And we've loved having him around because he has been able to work on so many different projects for us and different things that we've got going and coming yet still in the future because of Jake the intern's work over the last couple months. So Jake, thank you. We appreciate your time here at Christ Community. So, the big announcement, right? The big announcement is going to have to wait just a second because I want to talk to you a little bit about the last few months here at Christ Community have been amazing and phenomenal, and we have built a wonderful and incredible, talented team of pastors, and it's just. I got to tell you, I've never loved working with a group of people more than our current pastoral staff. Pastor Chad, Pastor Jess, Pastor Rick, just Pastor Greg, wonderful people. And God is doing incredible things through their leadership here at Christ Community. The team has come together incredibly well also over the last few months. But there's been one spot that we've always just waited to see what God might bring along and who God might bring to us as the last piece of the puzzle in our youth pastor position. Over the past several months, since February, Rick has stepped into an interim role to give us some transitional leadership as we looked for and waited on God to bring us the right person to lead our high school and junior high students. I'm incredibly grateful to Pastor Rick for his work and leadership over the last few months for those students and their families. Rick is going to transition to a discipleship and young adult pastor role. That means he's going to work specifically and directly with me to work on content throughout the entire congregation, throughout the entire church, from community groups to even our sermon times, all of those kinds of things. I'm going to have his expertise at my disposal on a weekly basis. And I'm really excited for him to work directly with me and share what he has to offer to the entire church. It's really exciting to have him transition to that discipleship and young adult pastor role. So that means, what do we do in our area of youth leadership? Well, we have talked to several candidates over the last several months, and I got to tell you, many of them were wonderful, but not quite the right fit. We were looking for something specific, even though we didn't know what it was, and we found it, I think. God has brought us an incredible youth pastor who has actually been voted on by the board, unanimously accepted, and then accepted the offer to come be our youth pastor. So the big announcement that you've been waiting for since Tuesday is that it is my pleasure to introduce to you our new youth pastor, Pastor Jake.
Hello.
How you doing, Pastor Jake?
Hello.
Welcome to Christ Community.
Thank you. It's glad to be back.
Oh, you're new here. Have you ever been in Southern Indiana before?
I think I spent a short month or two. It was a good time since the last time I've been here.
Yeah, so obviously you know a familiar face when you see one, and we are really excited to welcome Jake on as our official youth pastor starting July 1st. Your students in the youth group found out about this announcement last night, so they know and they're prepared. They see it, and they probably saw it coming, all that kind of stuff, because Jake has been hanging out with the youth group all summer long. He went to camp with them last week. He survived and still wanted to be the youth pastor. So if you can survive senior high and junior high camp in 1 week and you still want to be a youth pastor, that tells me something. I got to tell you that. But we're really excited to have Jake on staff. It's going to be, he'll be moving into Parsonage B next week. And It'll be a kind of 3/4 time position, but he'll split some of his time in the media area. We'll utilize his strengths and his expertise there, but his heart and soul is going to be poured into our junior high and senior high students. He'll work directly with Pastor Jessica to work out that comprehensive ministry timeline of discipleship for the entire family from birth to high school and young adults on to Pastor Rick, so that we can be a church that keeps our students and our own children a part of this congregation and any other ones where life may take them beyond high school. That's one of the challenges for churches. It's a difficult age group, but we want to be a church that passes on a faith that we're proud of to our kids. So, welcome, Pastor Jake. Make sure you give him a hug. Make sure you give him a high five, shake his hand or something on Sunday, and we will see you soon, church.